Hey everyone, Ivy League Gaming here, and today we're playing Watcher of Realms. For today's video, I'm going to talk about the new Oracle's Trial Vault in the Sands that just popped, and why you should not start grinding this tournament out today.
The finest blood for the most untainted soul.
So with a lot of these gacha games, they seem to follow a very similar format of having a cycle of events, right? And tournaments are a big part of resource management. So that's what I want to talk about for today's video. We have Vault in the Sands here. This just popped. I did a few runs, which I'm going to talk about why as well. But this is the Gear Raid 2, which says behind me, tournament, right? Just like if you play Raid Shadow Legends, you know, this would be like you do a spider run and you wait for the dungeon divers. That's what we're going to talk about today. While there's a fusion, ideally, which we're also going to talk about today. But first, I do have a word from today's sponsor. I really hope that this program comes to support Watcher of Realms as well, but if you're looking for another great game to play, Eternal Evolution is one of them. And if you're already playing Eternal Evolution, you should definitely take a look at this. I still consider Eternal Evolution to be one of the best idle RPGs I've ever played, and because I know a lot of my viewers still actively play it, I had to share with you guys something big. I've partnered with Aptoid to be able to bring you massive savings in the form of cashback style program. In just 3 steps, you can get up to 20% bonuses with every purchase. Even new players from day one, everyone could take advantage of this. Step 1, on an Android device or emulator, use my link in the description or the pinned comment to download Aptoid first, then download Eternal Evolution within Aptoid. If you're on a PC, you can copy the link into Chrome on an emulator like BlueStacks. If you already have EE on your device, still follow the same steps and update your version via Aptoid or remove the old one and reinstall. Register and log in to your Aptoid account. Step 2. Before opening the game, install the AppCoins wallet. This enables you to get discounts. A link is also in the description and the pinned comment. Step 3, this is an important one. Make sure you add my promo code within the AppCoin wallet settings. You can also see that it linked when you click the home page. Now you're ready to start saving and get more bang for your buck. Go ahead and open the game and get those purchases. Like this $100 pack, for example. It gives you $15 bonus app coins for your wallet. That's massive savings toward your next purchase and can really add up fast. Be sure to also check out the promotions tab after you've made your first in-game purchase to see more potential savings. It even tracks your bonuses to give you additional offers. The more you spend, the bigger your bonus. Plus, it's not geo-restricted. Everyone can take advantage of it. Links for everything are in the description and the pinned comment, including a longer detailed video on how to set up and use Aptoid. Alright, now back to our regular program. So we have 3 days for this event. There's no rush, right? We ain't got nowhere to be. So I just want to give some advice for those of you that want to try to best manage your resources, your stamina, your double dipping, get the most bang for your buck for each little stamina spent, because we get a lot more than most games, honestly. I'm at 204 right now. That's awesome. Like, that's great. I do have the privilege card, which adds 30 max stamina, which is also behind my head here. So that alone is just huge to me. That alone is huge. Oh, don't mind the white dot from my curtain exposing some light behind me. Anyway, yeah, I really love that. That's a big part of why I like the privilege card. And every little 20% extra golden experience is going to dramatically add up over time. And this is great and all, but it goes quick, right? So let's talk about all of this. So we have Vault in the Sands, which is like a tournament. This is for farming gear. On Friday, our fusion starts, which includes Brave Conquest, which is farming gear. So I would highly suggest that anyone looking to push Gear Raid 2, which is me, I don't know if you're like me, guys, but I found Gear Raid 2 to be the easiest one to do to get mythic gear. And at the end of the day, just whatever you can farm the best, like to get mythic gear, just farm it. But here, okay, so waiting till Friday because of Brave Conquest, number 1. Number 2 is the even more Shadow Legends style of gameplay. I did mean to say that. Of Tales of the Smith is coming on Sunday. So in a perfect world, if you are free to play, especially, or if you're a patient player and it doesn't drive you crazy. I mean, this is hard for me, honestly, because once you get a good piece of gear, you want to roll it and see what happens and make your characters better instantly. But to maximize your resources and double dip in these events the best possible, wait for Friday, farm the crap out of Gear Raid 2, then on Sunday, roll up the gear. But don't roll up the gear until Sunday, ideally. But there is an exception to this because we're getting a lot of gold. This should not be an issue right now. So unless you've already been rolling a crazy ton of gear and you have no gold, I have 15 million gold because of this amazing server launch event. You can get so much gold here. Once you max out the shop, use these when you're ready to use them only. Say I only need to save 750 or something, right? So I could just kind of go in and randomly do a little bit of this. And this is so much gold. I've been randomly selecting this. And look at 17 million. It's just, oh wait, can you see? Yeah, okay. It's just popping. Like, it is so, so good. And if you're at that case right now, 17 million gold, you only need like 5 million or so to, on average, is I think what my bucket said, for maxing out events. And yeah, I didn't find the artifact events to be hard to deal with. But this is really going to help you get some gold right now. So when it comes to double dipping here, you're probably fine. If you want to min-max like crazy as far as efficiency goes, you're probably fine to immediately roll any gear and just make your account better for now. And then when Tales of Smith comes, just make sure you have some gear or some stuff on deck, right? We also have the Fusion Calendar in-game, which is really helpful. So you can see there is going to be 2 Tales of the Smith, though. So just be prepared for that, too. Honestly, I don't want to have to go farm the gold raid dungeon for gold for leveling up gear. So I'm personally not going to go crazy rolling up my gear during Brave Conquest. I want to make sure I save like 10 million on deck, one for this Tales of Smith and one for the other Tales of Smith. So this is just something to try to keep in mind. I mean, luckily there's Brave Conquest and then there's a day off, then there's Brave Conquest day off. So you really want to maximize the double dipping, because if you blow it all today, today, and then Friday comes and you have no stamina. Let's say you go crazy, you use all your stamina potions because you really want to farm that Gear Raid 2, and then you have no stamina for farming the rest of this event. It's just not going to be ideal. This is also something to keep in mind that the way this is set up, it is very easy to get 1 copy of the character. It is it's pretty great. 65 here, 65 from events, 55 from these, plus the ones if you win tournaments. So you can actually get 2 copies of the fusion if you go crazy. But if you just want to play chill and not stress about fusions, because that's one thing you don't like in games, it's gonna just doing the bare minimum of what you should be doing daily and farming out events in a logical manner to just get the bare minimum rewards. Well, I should say the maximum rewards, let's be honest with the events. You want to get the top. You should have no trouble at all completing this fusion. So I love that right now. But yeah, I just really wanted to take a moment and talk about that because I think so many people are going to go ham because this is an easy event to farm. And at the end of the day, like, I think it's best that if there's not something you want to push specifically right now, like if you're patiently waiting to level up heroes and you don't want to farm experience, or your experience has run out and you're waiting to do that at a logical manner, a logical time, whatever, maybe now, as you get energy, like, okay, I have some stamina right now. So maybe whatever stamina I get randomly for today, maybe I do put it into Gear Raid 2 to help me place in the tournament. But the tournament rewards are not insane, unfortunately. I wish they were better. It's 5 summons, which is cool to get first place. But the rest of them are kind of meh. It's okay, but it's not worth going crazy for at the end of the day, I would have to say, right? It's not worth going crazy for, but that's why it's easier to wait. But in the meantime, why not? You have some stamina and you're not planning to use it elsewhere, go ahead, farm Gear Raid 2. So while we're here today, this is a good time to push your Gear Raid 2, right? Let's prep for tomorrow. So personally, when I woke up this morning, I was like, all right, Gear Raid 2 just popped. I'm only on stage 10. Can I do stage 11? Let's try. So I went ahead and pushed to stage 11 and 12. And now I can farm that. And we have chances to get the Ancient Legend gear as well, which gives you a higher cap at your level. So you can get some higher stats there. So that's really nice. But 10, oh, actually 10 did that too. I didn't even realize. Probably, I'm assuming the rates are increased for the drops here on 12 compared to 10 though. But 13 I could not do. I could not do 13. This is a little bit of a different board. It brings in a new mechanic, which was very hard with like a sandstorm. And I didn't have the survivability. Even when I put in my best defender and my best healer instantly, they still died very quickly. So I know I need to beef up my account before I'm ready for that. But in the meantime, let's go ahead. I'm going to run a couple auto fights here, and we'll see what I'm up to for Guild Raid 2. Let me know if you guys are liking Guild Raid 2 as well. I feel like this just has flexible strategies. So this is going to have the guys that come rolling in, the rocks. So I place my defender there because he can take a hit, right? And then I place Vortex there to heal as a second one comes in and he takes another hit or two. And then I go ahead and place my other defender on the other side just to make sure I'm blocking that other portal. And then the damage comes in. So I throw in a mage over there, boom. They can start to help to take out the roly-polies as they come in and hit our defenders. And then I'm going to start placing other protection and damage and just kind of, yeah, back them up as best I can so no one's dying. Setrum is just amazing for his range. So I put him in there so he can start hitting the boss pretty early on. He'll start hitting the boss. Actually, he's hitting the boss now and it's not doing any damage, but it's fine. But he'll hit these other guys too. And then as soon as the boss starts moving, Setrum's ready to go and we can blast the boss. We got an extra healer on Setrum and Comet on the side. Iona's on the other side, just adding some extra damage. And this was a pretty easy run. I was surprised at how much I was able to advance with just a little bit of improvements. But you could also use the strategy of kind of having characters that are just there to absorb the damage of the roll, and then you take them out and put someone else in once that roll's done. You know, you can kind of play around with that too. Or you could use someone like the rare that doesn't die that easily. He can just boom. I always forget his name. I'll have to pull that up afterward. But yeah, I always forget his name. I'll put it on the screen. There you go. But yeah, all right, guys, this is all for today's video. Just a little reminder to don't go crazy the second event pops. Double check the event calendar and try your best to double dip to maximize resources. Of course, I get that not everybody wants to play the patient wait strategy, which is fine. Just it's going to help you best complete events easily and not be running out of stamina. I know some people were talking about stamina being an issue, but you know what? At the end of the day, once you can farm something worth farming, stop using diamonds for summons. Use it for stamina instead. It's like the equivalent of Raid Shadow Legends. If you come from Raid and once you get grinding a good level of dungeon, all of your diamonds or gems are saved for stamina. It's saved for energy. It's saved for getting gear because gear is really important. So if you've reached a point where you could farm something solid here, use it for stamina instead. I mean, it is going to be worth it at the end of the day. If you've already got like 7 characters that you're trying to build at once, and they're all just half-ass built in crappy gear, you're going to benefit more from getting better gear for those characters than you are getting another character for your account that you don't have time to build, right? But at the same time, we want to take advantage of the 2x events coming up, so keep that in mind as well. But double dip, triple dip when possible. Hope this helps somebody take a pause and look at the calendar again, and I'll see you in the next video.